fighting.
Hello everyone, this is Squibby, and welcome to my Star Wars Battlefront hero ranking. Today I'll be using a brand new professional mic to record my first scripted video, and in this video I'll be evaluating all 14 heroes and villains from Battlefront, and ranking them based on the power of their abilities, the longevity of their health, and usefulness in close quarters and long-range combat. I have recorded each individual hero in single-player battles to showcase their strengths and weaknesses, to justify their rankings, and to present them all in this video. These evaluations were made by the Squibby Gamer and Juan Chrysostom on Xbox Live. Let's start the ranking.
I can't believe I'm getting paid for this.
Starting us off at number 14 as the weakest hero, we have Dengar. While his 3 signature abilities can become overpowered in close quarter combat and indoor situations, his main weapon, which is an enhanced version of the DLT-19, is far less powerful than these abilities, and players will often use his abilities far more than his main weapon. His explosive rush launches 3 sticky bombs at surrounding enemies, and they have the ability to stick to heroes and detonate on their backs. This rush can also be helpful for lining a hallway with explosives to do damage to anyone near him. His Hurricane Strike is very similar to Han Solo's Shoulder Charge, and instantly kills any troopers in its path. Frenzied Blast truly enhances his main weapon by releasing a long rapid-fire burst of bullets at his opponents, but with high recoil. Although Dengar's trait is to endure a great deal of damage while in battle, this trait is only activated after dealing damage to heroes and killing troopers, making it useless in most situations. Dengar does not rank higher than other villains due to his useless trait and low damage main blaster. At number 13, and as the second weakest hero, we have Greedo. Despite having a very overpowered version of the DT-12 as his main weapon, his utter lack of strength and health make it very risky to use this fragile character. Unfortunately, his abilities are not much help to him either. His Confidence Blast, also combined with his trait, is made of a selection of grenades which he can use, depending on how much damage he deals to heroes or how many troopers he kills. These grenades include a Dioxis grenade, a thermal detonator, impact grenade, and finally an enhanced thermal imploder. His high senses ability allows him to see outlines of enemies that are close to him, even through walls and floors, making it easier to sneak up on heroes and troopers. And finally, his precision shots. This ability is tricky to master, and once it is activated and charging, Greedo stands still and the player must aim for the target shown on the screen in order for the shots to work. Missing these shots puts Greedo in a very vulnerable and unfavorable position. Overall, Greedo may be an incredibly powerful hero to fight, or a ridiculously easy hero to kill, which is why he is ranked as the second weakest.
The things I do for that princess.
Coming in at number 12 and as the third weakest hero, we have Han Solo. Because 2 of his 3 abilities rely on his main weapon, which is an enhanced DL-44, this turns his character into a true gun hero. His Shoulder Charge is very similar to Dengar's Hurricane Strike, and it is an instant kill for any troopers in its path and even beside it. His Rapid Fire allows the player to fire his weapon as fast as their trigger finger can handle, for a certain amount of time. Lastly, his Lucky Shot is a single shot that deals less damage than Lando's Power Blast, but also more damage than Krennic's Armor Breaker. Since it recharges every 10 seconds and has a high level of aim assist, this blast is an instant kill for any trooper and can deal a massive amount of damage to weaker characters such as Boba Fett and Greedo. Han Solo's trait also revolves around his main weapon, as he gains increased damage and range on his DL-44 for dealing damage to heroes and for killing troopers. Since Han Solo revolves around his main weapon and can easily be countered by many villains, he ranks as the weakest light side hero and the third weakest overall.
Don't get in my way.
At number 11 we have Boba Fett. Seeing as he's the only hero with a constant evasive ability, he ranks higher than the other villains below him. Even though he has no melee attack and his zoom button is moved on the controller, the enhanced EE3 he uses is far superior to his other abilities, if you know how to spam and hipfire it of course. The flamethrower he possesses is useful for attacking enemies at close range, and combining this ability with a staggering use of the jump pack is a lethal attack that is difficult to counter. His middle ability is the evasive jump pack itself, propelling him upwards as high as the map will allow until the fuel runs out. After staying on the ground for a few seconds, the fuel refills quickly, allowing Boba to play while flying for a majority of the game. His wrist rocket ability is a decently powerful version of the homing shot star card, which can go through shields and aim for targets without needing to lock on initially. Since Boba is able to evade attacks but can still lose health quickly, he is ranked as the third weakest villain.
Reckless, aggressive, and undisciplined. Pretty much sums it up.
Coming in at number 10, we have Jyn Erso. She was added to the game along with Battlefront's 2016 update of the Rogue One Scarif DLC. With her powerful and strategy-based abilities and enhancement trait, she resembles her movie character as a true rebel fighter. However, her A180 pistol fires very slowly and is practically useless on the field. However, the rifle configuration ability transforms her pistol into an automatic rifle, dealing high damage with decent precision. Her sonic imploder is a special kind of flashbang grenade, which blinds those close to it, gives low armor to those further away, and can even kill or damage players at its epicenter. And finally, her Truncheon Surge is an enhanced melee attack with the ability to instantly kill troopers, and her trait also grants her more uses of the Surge after dealing damage to heroes or killing troopers. Overall, her abilities are mostly useful at close range, making her vulnerable in open maps, with her main weapon being useless in all situations.
Soon I will be the Emperor's closest confidant.
At number 9, we have the Scarif DLC's villain addition to the game, Director Krennic. This particular character is hungry for power, and his abilities reflect how far he is willing to go to get that power. Just like Jyn, his main weapon is not particularly useful in battle, as his DT-29 is a 6-shot revolver and the only gun in Battlefront which must be manually reloaded. His armor breaker ability transforms this gun into a single shot of power, which gives the players affected lower armor and is an instant kill for troopers. His droid produces a squad shield around it, filling the space with Dioxys should anyone come close to it. However, this droid is very easy to destroy once the shield is down. His Wrath of the Empire grants full armor for anyone close to him, allowing his team to attack. His trait also grants him armor depending on how many allies surround him. Overall, he is mainly useful at long range and can aid his team in combat when needed. His main issue is that his abilities take far too long to recharge, and that is why he ranks lower than other villains. Coming in at number 8, we have Nyan Num. He is the only Sullustan hero in the game, and is based on Leia's Honor Guard with his DH-17 and on power-ups used by infantry in the game. Firstly, his Rapid Pulse Cannon is able to quickly charge up and fire at targets close to him or far away. His Augmented Turret is an overpowered version of the Infantry Turret power-up that can lock onto enemies faster and deal more damage per shot. His turret is indicated by a bright red laser which players will see if the turret is locked onto them. This special turret, being the main ability which makes Nyan useful, can also receive an upgrade after dealing damage or killing troopers, switching the ammunition to explosive shots, dealing massive amounts of damage very quickly. His proximity bombs are also an enhanced version of the original power-up, as he can launch up to 3 of the bombs in front of him and stick them to any surface. Overall, he is incredibly powerful with his turret, but also incredibly powerless without it, and that is why he does not rank higher than other heroes.
I will show them the true nature of the Force.
And now we begin the second half of our countdown with Emperor Palpatine at number 7. In the original Star Wars trilogy, he was known as a fierce and powerful character, and his character in Battlefront is portrayed the exact same way. His main lightning attack is so devastating to troopers that they freeze, unable to move or shoot, as he drains their health and eventually kills them. Chain Lightning is an instant kill for any troopers nearby, but it is also a powerful ability which can be used to stun Luke Skywalker and other heroes as well. His Hero Health Drop ability lets him spawn health pickups for himself or other heroes. However, this pickup grants less health than any map-generated health pickups would. The Emperor's Force Dash allows him to quickly travel several meters in a direction, and it can even be used to perform super jumps and evasive maneuvers. His trait also allows him to use his main lightning for longer periods of time while damaging heroes or killing troopers. Overall, he is a very powerful character, but does not rank higher as he is mainly useful in close quarters.
Our friends are counting on us.
Coming in at number 6 is Princess Leia, who is the only other hero capable of dropping health pickups. Being Luke's sister, she is able to help him dramatically in combat by supplying these health pickups for him, while she attacks from long range. Her Trooper Bane ability on her E11 is an instant kill for any troopers it hits, and can also go through shields. This ability can also slightly stun other heroes and break their blocks. Her enhanced squad shield is quite powerful, however it is rarely ever useful in heroes versus villains combat, simply because no blaster bullets can go through, but lightsabers, lightning, and Dioxys can, making her vulnerable. And finally, the hero health drop is exactly the same as Emperor Palpatine's, and it grants less health than the map-generated pickups. Her trait also grants armor for the rebels when she deals damage to heroes or kills troopers. Overall, she is a better healer than Palpatine and can fight well in close and long-range combat, with the exception of being caught by Vader. Taking 5th place as the 3rd most powerful rebel hero is Chewbacca. His bowcaster is just as powerful as in the movies, slaughtering troopers while taking as little damage as possible. Despite being the tallest and slowest hero, his overpowered abilities allow him to utterly shred villains that dare come close to him. While his bowcaster begins with one explosive shot, his trait gives him more bolts per shot after dealing damage to heroes or killing troopers. His multi-bolts ability temporarily doubles the number of bolts firing with each shot, no matter how high his trait level. This means that he can be firing up to 9 explosive bolts every single shot, which can devastate any enemies near him. His Mighty Roar grants high armor to any nearby allies for a duration of time, allowing them to press the attack while taking little damage. Finally, his Ground Slam is an incredibly powerful instant kill for any troopers close to it, and it serves as a stun ability for heroes who are not killed by it. While his abilities can devastate an entire wave of Imperials in close quarters, it is much more difficult to play as Chewbacca in long-range situations, ranking him lower than others. Taking our number 4 spot as the 2nd most powerful villain is the Trandoshan bounty hunter Bossk. His Relby V10 can fire as fast as the player can shoot, making him very easy to spam and rapid fire without overheating the gun. His lethal abilities and incredibly useful trait make him very hard to catch, however his health can be quickly depleted should he get caught. His Predatory Instincts ability covers the screen with infrared vision, highlighting troopers and heroes in yellow while keeping the remainder of the screen blue. He can also detect bombs, gadgets, and bullets flying through the air. His Toxic Escape propels him forward while dropping a bomb which instantly detonates to create a massive cloud of high damage Dioxys, which can go through walls, floors, and even shields. Finally, his microgrenades detonate upon detecting an enemy, and combined with Toxic Escape can devastate a challenging hero. His trait allows him to automatically regain health upon dealing damage to heroes or killing troopers. He is an incredibly powerful villain, but can easily be killed when caught or blinded.
Hello, what have we here?
In 3rd place, and as the 2nd most powerful rebel hero, we have Lando Calrissian. His stealthy abilities allow him to sneak around maps and intercept villains, striking them with devastating power blasts and depriving them of their abilities. And his X8 Night Sniper also uses special vision to detect enemies by using light. His Power Blast ability fires multiple high damage shots towards his enemies, instantly killing troopers and stunning heroes while damaging them. This ability is the most powerful heavy blaster strike in the entire game, and weaker villains such as Dengar, Greedo, and Boba Fett can be completely drained of their health and killed with just one use of the ability. His Shocking Trap will display a fake power-up to troopers and a fake health pickup to heroes, and will stun whoever goes near it. This special trap also removes Lando from the minimap radar, making him invisible to those observing the radar. Finally, his Disruption is an ability that will instantly overheat weapons, star cards, and hero abilities within a large radius of him. His trait also improves his main weapon, giving him explosive shots and more precision. Although he is an incredibly overpowered hero, getting caught alone can lead to devastating consequences.
May the Force be with us.
Coming in second place in our countdown and as the most powerful rebel hero in Battlefront is Luke Skywalker. Being one of only 2 lightsaber heroes in the game, his main attack is an instant kill for troopers and deals significant damage to heroes. With his ability combinations, lock-on camera feature, and trait which improves his agility, his character can be both deadly and sneaky while fighting other heroes. Starting with his Force Push, it acts as a stun for heroes and is also an instant kill for troopers. He deals massive amounts of damage through an instant strike and can easily escape after using this ability. Luke's Heavy Strike is a powerful swing of his lightsaber which does insane amounts of damage to anyone standing in front of him. A well-timed Heavy Strike can deplete more than half of another hero's health. His Saber Rush launches him forward while swinging his lightsaber, instantly killing troopers in his path and lightly stunning heroes. Finally, his trait grants him increased running speed after damaging heroes or killing troopers, making it easy for him to escape after striking. Overall, he can be an incredibly difficult hero to catch, but if he is stunned by Palpatine, he becomes incredibly vulnerable and can only take a limited amount of damage.
You will know the power of the dark side.
Finally, at the end of our countdown and as the #1 most powerful hero in Battlefront, we have Darth Vader. His character can be described as a tank with his heavy weapon strikes, incredibly strong armor, and massive amount of health. He can survive almost 2 full power blasts before being killed, and he is useful both in close quarters and long-range combat. His legendary Force Choke will pick up troopers and drain their health, ultimately killing them, and it will stun heroes while dealing some damage. His Heavy Strike is similar to Luke's and can demolish a hero if aimed correctly. His Saber Throw launches his main weapon at anyone in front of him, instantly killing troopers, stunning heroes, and dealing massive amounts of damage. Finally, his trait grants him even more armor after damaging heroes or killing troopers. While attacking in close quarters, his lightsaber can quickly damage heroes while his abilities stun them and damage them further. In long-range situations, he can chase down his targets, lock onto them, and use his abilities to stun them while he catches up. He is probably the most used hero in the game, and easily climbed to the top of this ranking as the #1 hero in Battlefront.